Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about all of the books coming out in January that I am most excited about. There's a few of them that sound really good to me, so I cannot wait to share them with you guys. I firstly wanted to show you my cat mug. My brother gave me this for Christmas and I just think it's the cutest thing on the entire planet. So most of these are actually already out, but I'm excited about them nonetheless. And the first one is one that I've actually heard like a little bit of hype about recently, which is exciting. So I feel like a lot of people are looking forward to this one. And it is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. And this one came out on the 2nd of January. It's a YA fantasy book and it's the first book in a series. And the series is called The Folk of the Air. It's a fae type book and it's about a girl and her sisters who, when they're quite young, their parents get murdered and they get forced to go and live with the fairy people in like the fairy court or whatever. And it's about, apparently one of the girls wants to earn like her place in court, but most of the fae don't like humans, they don't like mortals, and especially apparently the prince is like really against them, so she's trying to like earn her place in the court. I have a feeling that maybe this would be like one of those hate to love kind of stories, because since it's called The Cruel Prince, I would be surprised if the prince was just a bad guy and not, you know, didn't end up as a romantic interest. Tell me your thoughts on that, what your predictions are, but I have a feeling that's how the story is going to go down. It sounds like it reminds me a lot of A Court of Thorns and Roses, that series by Sarah J Maas, just because I think it's about humans going to the fairy realm and having to deal with fae who don't really like humans, and the fact that the girl has two sisters. It has like similar elements to it, but that was a fun book, so maybe this one will be fun as well. And I think the whole thing about the fae and especially the prince hating mortals, I think that might be an interesting way of looking at racism possibly, so I'm just really excited about this book. The cover is awesome as well and I can't wait for this one. The second book that I am looking forward to that's coming out, or it came out on the 2nd of January as well, is Batman Nightwalker by Marie Lu. This is another YA fantasy book and this one is the second book in a series, like the DC Icons series. I guess they're kind of like a companion series rather than a, you know, chronological series. I think the first one was Wonder Woman Warbringer by Leigh Bardugo. I actually haven't read that one yet, so I need to, but I have a feeling these ones you probably don't have to read in order. Correct me if you know and I'm wrong, let me know. But this one follows Batman and it follows Bruce Wayne from when he's like quite young and he's having to do community service in an asylum prison and ends up making a bit of a connection with a murderer that's in there. It sounds very intriguing to me. I just like the whole idea of YA authors rewriting like comic characters. I think that's really cool. Like I said, I really need to read the Wonder Woman one. I've heard quite good things about it. Let me know your thoughts on that if you have read it in the comments down below, because that came out last year. So this is like this year's release of those and I'm real excited about this one. I kind of like Batman. The next book that I'm looking forward to this month is one that you guys are all probably looking forward to and have all probably heard of before as well. I'd be like surprised if you hadn't, and this is Zenith by Sasha Ellsberg and Lindsay Cummings. This is the first book in the Andromeda saga series, I think. It's a YA sci-fi book and it is coming out on the 16th of January. Sasha Ellsberg, as you guys probably know, is like one of the biggest booktubers on all of BookTube. She's awesome and this is her first novel that she has co-written with Lindsay Cummings, and we've heard a lot of hype about this for a long time, so I'm really excited to be able to read it finally when it's available. There is an all-girl like space crew, there's a bounty hunter that they're trying to escape from, and there's also like a really ruthless, vengeful ruler who is a woman as well. So I think this book sounds like it could be really epic, and I'm kind of like a little bit more into sci-fi than I previously was, just having read Illuminae and what was the other one, the Starbound trilogy. Those books make me feel a little bit more comfortable with sci-fi than I had been previously, so I'm really excited about this one. I think it will be a lot of fun. The final book that I'm looking forward to coming out this month is called The English Wife by Lauren Willig. This one is an adult historical fiction mystery novel and it comes out on the 9th of January. This one I kind of added because I wanted to add an adult fiction book, because I have been saying like one of my goals this year is to read more adult fiction, so I thought I should include one because all the rest have been YA, so this is the one that sounded quite appealing to me. I kind of feel like I might hate it, and that's just because by the synopsis it sounds like it deals a little bit with like family dramas and affairs and that kind of thing, and I hate reading about that stuff, so I kind of feel like I might hate it. But then there are elements of this book that sound really appealing and really exciting to me. First of all, it is a historical mystery. I like historical fiction, I like mysteries, so that's a good combo for me, I think. And it's also set during the 1920s and 1930s, and it's set in New York, which is awesome. I love things set in New York City, especially around that time period. It just reminds me of like The Great Gatsby, things like that. So from the synopsis of this book, it sounds like it's about a family who from the outside look like the perfect family. It's husband and wife, and they have 3-year-old twins as well. And then on the night of like this big ball, the husband is found stabbed to death and the wife has gone missing, and they presume that she's drowned. Yeah, it's just the unraveling of what was going on behind the scenes between the two of them, and it just sounds very mysterious. So I like these kind of mysteries where you start off with like the death or whatever, and you track back to try and find out like why that happened and who did it and that kind of stuff. I just find those sort of mysteries really fun. On a final note with this book as well, I love the cover. I think it's really beautiful. That's something that drew my attention to it, but I hate the title. I just think it's a really crappy title. Is this the most important element of the story? The fact that there's a woman in it who is a wife and she's English? Like, I don't get it. But anyway, I'm excited for that book. So those are all of the books coming out in January that I'm looking forward to. If you have like heard anything about them, or if they sound good to you as well, let me know that in the comments down below, and let me know some other books coming out this month that you guys are excited for as well, because as always, I'm always looking to add books to my Goodreads TBR, because why not? So thank you guys for watching this. If you want, you can go follow me on Goodreads to keep up with what I'm reading throughout the month, and you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well. All of that is always linked down below, and if you haven't already, subscribe if you want. I upload 2 days a week, and I will see you guys with another video in a couple of days. Bye.